Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think I have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be as bright as the sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give, something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now I know. Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give, something's telling me it's right. When you came to me, oh I knew it's you, yeah, boy.
Hey family, I had to go out and come back in. Thank you guys for showing up today. Yes, today is Freddie's birthday. I had to go out and come back in. It wouldn't let me come on in, and that's fine. I got it right. It didn't take long. I know what I'm doing. All right, Ruby said popcorn. Okay, I got to get these popcorns in there. Let me get in there. First, I want to say wishing Freddie J a happy birthday. Today's her birthday, you guys. Go ahead. I've been just doing a lot of stuff, but I'm getting things done. Oh, I done put Freddie's name in there. Well, I'm going to give it to her. Shit. I don't know why I put Freddie's name in there. But Sanja said popcorn. Sanja. She said popcorn, and then Ruby said popcorn. Ruby T. She's number 2, and then number 3. Let me see who it is. I don't see who it is. Oh, woke the God. Let me make sure. Because, I get in trouble. It is woke the God. Okay, woke the God. You are in there. She said woke is number 3. Sanja, your number is 7929822. Ruby Turner, your number is 7929821. And then woke the God, your number is 7929824. You guys, So I got something to share with you guys real quick. And um we got 4 more days. Boy, it done went quick. I'm telling you, we are waiting. She says, I made it. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. We are Cody's Voices in the House. Freddie J's birthday is today. You guys wish her a happy birthday. She busy. She may not come in. She busy. I did get to talk to her today and give her a shout out and throw a little love gift or whatever. You know how that go. But you guys, I've got to get on my P's and Q's this weekend. I don't know if I'm gonna do it this weekend. Let me see. I only got one day off, and that's Tuesday. I may do it on the 24th and the 25th. Maybe the 24th or the 25th. Come in. I got to give mods their stuff, and then I've got to give members their tickets and everything, because we're getting ready. I'm not behind on anything, so I'm happy for that. Tina's gonna say congratulations for the people that said popcorn. We are and you guys know that we are waiting, and we're on a court. I wouldn't. What do you call it? You guys, I'm all over the place because I just got through straightening out not straightening, but blowing out my hair, and it's a hot mess. It is a hot mess, but I got it done. It took every bit of 2 hours just to blow it out. Ugh. And I'm happy with the results, so whatever. It ain't all. Sit and watch. Yeah. There you go, Nancy. Nancy says sit and watch. We cannot wait till, okay, today's Friday. We got the weekend. I hope everybody gonna have a really good weekend. Today's my mother's birthday. Happy mother's birthday. Well, happy birthday, mama. I love my mama. And then we got Saturday, which is the 15th. And then we got Sunday. I gotta work the Sunday because I gotta get that bonus in there, you guys. I gotta get that bonus in there for the next check. And then I'm working on the Wednesday also when I'm not supposed to actually work Wednesday. Hold on. No, I'm supposed to work Wednesday anyway. I'm not supposed to work Sunday, but I'm working next Wednesday. But I'm working Wednesday also. I always work Wednesdays. I'm never off on a Wednesday. I'm never off on a Thursday. I'm always working Wednesday and Thursday. And then, something, hey, they got it. She said, I'm ready for the weekend. But then we just come back on Monday on the 17th. And then, boom, we there. We're going to wake up and we're going to get prepared and wait for, what's going to happen. I don't know. Do you guys think they're going to let the news be in the courtroom when they give out the verdict, or we just going to have to wait outside? Because here's the funny thing. We got people down there in Virginia, but the sad thing about it is we get the news really quick. We get the news as quick as they get it. Before they even walk out the door, we already know. They be coming out the door talking about, he was sentenced for 45 years. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Oh, that's what we need. We need 40 years for the murder. Because he did it. And then 5 years on the concealment. That's what they said. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. That's what we're going to hear. I can tell you already. That's what we're going to hear. And everybody be running with the cameras and smiling and grinning and happy. And, I don't know if he did it or not. I believe he's more guilty than not guilty because, if he didn't do it, he know who did, or he know what happened. And if it was an accident, why would you just not say it was an accident? So, and then you had to hide the baby. You know what? Ain't nobody gonna let you just. You know what I'm saying? Like, you was the last one with the child, so you know where the child is at. You know. You know. And you being a parent and will not let us know where the child is, we're not going to sit here and be like, oh, you know what? I think he's alive somewhere. I believe he's with. No, you had the baby last. So tell us where the baby is at. Just like the last time I seen Pooh Bear. Now, I can think about it. And I'm sitting there thinking, the last time I seen Pooh Bear, and I'm thinking about it. I can't tell you what day it was. I probably can tell you what day it was. Probably not. Because I see Pooh Bear a lot. And it be in passing. And I hear him and all this other stuff. But trust and believe, if Pooh Bear came over here, like the last time my grandson came over here, he came over here last Monday. He came over here this last Monday. He was over here. The last time I talked to my oldest grandson, it was probably Tuesday or Thursday. We kind of chatted it up for a little bit. I called my grandson. My grandson, every big blue moon or something, my grandson will call me and say, hey, Nana, what you doing? But, he too busy with his friends and everything. He ain't worried about his Nana. He just ain't. But, he love me, though. Some kids, they spend a lot of time with their Nana, But, I believe, he's just not into old folks, But he don't mind spending time with his Nana, though. But he'll come, and he tell me that, too. He'd be like, Nana call, and I want to come over and stuff. But then when it's time to come over, that's when they get busy. So, Cory knows where this child is at. He knows. And that's the sad part about it, because he's a father and he won't speak. He did not speak in court. We are Cody's voice. She said, I was wrong, SP, about the hearing on abuse and neglect. They are having a status hearing. I tried to tell you, girl. Now, you need to call in. Because that's what I get people to do when they be like, okay, SP, I'm just trying to tell you, I'm mad. I'm not calling back in no more because of this. I said, oh, no. I said, hey, what are you talking about? I was just trying to tell you so you won't be looking foolish thinking that whatever. And then you did say, if I'm wrong, I can tell you. And I said, yeah, because a lot of people, I tell them, I said, this is what I want you to do. When you find out that you're wrong, or when it happens, when you find out you're wrong, just call in and say, you have to ask people for forgiveness now. You got to say, I am so sorry. Because you was going ham, girl. You kind of went ham. I had to say, Nancy, it just don't make sense. Like, I ain't trying to beat you up, but what you saying is not making sense. If he won't give up the location, then injuries must be numerous. Yes, I believe that. Hey, this is SP. Who is this? Miss Nancy?
I am so sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. See, you a big person. Because some people, it's hard for them to say that when they're, So how did you find out what was going on?
I actually went in today and looked it up again.
Okay.
And then I seen where it says on 6/18/2024, child abuse and neglect status hearing at 11 o'clock.
Okay. So they're going to do the sentence before, and then they're going to have the status hearing.
Most likely,
The
Yeah.
yeah. So the status hearing is just. See, I was trying to tell you they can't do nothing to that boy. He ain't even. He said the last thing that Antoine said was, "I can't speak on those things. We haven't had trial yet."
Mhm.
So
Right.
that's how I was like, I went back and I listened. I had to make sure, I heard that. But here's the thing: even if he says I'm guilty, which he's not gonna say that because
Right.
they are they the type of people that just they just go down with it, like kind of like what I'm saying. They just go down and they just gonna always say they're innocent. They're innocent,
Correct.
but
Yeah.
they got to get dates together. Uh,
Yeah, because I looked it up because I didn't know what the status hearing was, and it says that's where the judge will go over, um, I guess like the charges and
and what they're gonna do and what times they got. And
yes, yes. So I was like, dang, Nancy, you was sitting there arguing with SP about a darn hearing, and you were wrong,
I tried to tell you.
girl. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. You ain't got to say it again. I was just trying to tell you because everybody has a right to a trial.
Right. But you know what isn't up there is the sentencing.
It don't have to be. He said it in court. The date.
Yeah.
The
I
charges
mean,
is
it was up there
that.
a couple weeks ago, but now it's not. It's just the disregard to human life, child abuse, neglect, and him not getting medical attention, things like that. That's the only thing that's up there now.
Oh, it was up there.
Yeah, it was. So, but now, I mean, we know, that his sentencing is the 18th.
Yeah. Well, see, I one of my mods went and checked because see, I speak a little bit before I know for sure myself, but I just go on what like just common things that happens in court. I'm not. That's not my job. I
Right.
be asking people. I be calling Lisa, and I say, "Hey, Lisa, this is what happened. What do you think? What? I mean, can we get that information? Where to go? And what And she fills
Right.
me in and say, "Oh no, they're gonna do it." And that's what she said. I mean, she didn't come on here, but that's what she told me. It was gonna be, status hearing where they got to figure out the dates and time. And I was like, "Well, that's what I tried to tell her. That I did. I tried to tell her that." But
Yeah.
they did have those charges on there because Ahmad went and looked because we do go and look because I mean it's it's not a big deal getting in, like we all go by what we think and know, you know what I'm saying, or what's been told
Right.
to us, and we take it for face value, but that's not what it means because you can read it and I can read it and we get a different perception or interpretation of what we see. We see the same thing, but we think different because my walk is different. I be in these court cases all the time and I'm looking at them. I was just, that's why I was late today. I was looking at a court case and then trying to do my hair at the same time. But then that's how I learn. I watch other people and things like that. But so you went in and did they tell you about it or did you just ask for the information?
No, I went to Hampton Circuit Court, and then I went to then I went to case information, typed in his name, and it brought it up,
Oh,
the abuse, neglect, and then all the other charges. But they do not have the sentencing for the murder and concealment up there anymore.
now
I guess because everybody knows.
Now I heard, and I don't know if it's true, so don't quote me on this, but I heard the day prior they'll put it on there.
Oh.
Yeah, but it was told in court, and remember they were happy. They were happy about it, talking about it was like Like a day. I don't know what he called it. I can't remember what he called it, but it's the same thing as deja vu. Not deja vu, but something like, what is it called?
A day of reckoning.
A day of reckoning. Nah.
Yeah.
Did he say that?
Yeah, because the thing is, FP, and it's so weird how it came about, is because it's June 18th. That is the day that he unalived Toby. June 18th.
On his confession letter?
Yeah, on his anniversary. Yeah. So his sentencing date is on the anniversary of Cody's death.
Of what they say was Cody's death.
Correct. Yes.
And
Yeah.
and he was, isn't that ironic? Or that's what Antoine said. But Antoine was so happy. He was so happy. But it was like he wasn't. It was not. I mean, I don't know if I read into it differently. But you look at people. She said Valerie Montgomery been a member for 35 months. Get out of here, Valerie. She said, yeah, and I done it. I did it. Wow. You did do it. Congratulations, Valerie. You go, girl. Anyway, Antoine seemed to be happy that he won.
Oh my God.
And it really, to me, I know what he said, but it seemed like he was relieved that, because like I said, when we was looking at, okay, what about them suing the city, and they violated his rights, which they said they did violate his rights. They did say they did that, and everybody's like, oh, he gonna get money. And I told y'all, but there's a clause in the law that says if they were trying to find that baby, or they thought that they can get information on a crime, that is okay. I know y'all don't know nothing about it, but we looked it up and it is in there. And here's the thing though. I believe, and nothing tells me this, but I believe if he was not found guilty, he would make some big money. He would have had a whole bunch of money.
Oh, most definite. I agree 100% on that. Yes.
But since they found him guilty, not only it secures these other abuse and neglect charges, it secures that he will not get no money because they violated his rights.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
you know what, SP? It's never, ever talked about anymore.
And here's the thing. Check this out. Once he got charged with Cody's murder, some people was like, he not gonna get that check no more. He not gonna get. He could. And people was like, nope, because it's felony. The only ways they don't really pay is if it's treason. That's you don't went and sold some information to Russia about the United States, stuff like that. Because them people, they understand something. This is what people get mad at. He still get paid. He's already did his time with the service, okay?
Right.
And when they come out, they have these mental problems. And that could be, that's the reason why he's not in there no more. Because of some kind of mental problem with his mind thinking and the things that he do. So they cannot take his money from him, because guess what? He wasn't like this before he went and did all of this time. And so they can't distinguish when he lost it. Did he lose it because he did 2 terms or two tours, So I believe I did talk to one of Tina's family member or friends or something, and they were in the service, and they explained it to me that he probably still gonna get that money. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna go to somebody, and
Right.
yeah,
Right.
you know,
Yeah, I don't know anything about any of that, so but I'm gonna tell you one thing that I've done since March 12th
okay,
is I have every single night I pray anyway, but every single night I pray to God before I lay down and go to sleep.
okay,
That Cory Bigsby will become a man, and he will tell us what he did with Cody's body. I'm praying on it. I don't think we're gonna get that answer,
yeah,
but I'm praying because Antoine Bell already made the statement. Because one of the reporters asked him if he tells you where Cody's body is located, will you, lesser the time? He goes, oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So.
he said that.
Yeah, Antoine Bell said that, yeah. I've got that whole, I got his whole press conference on my We Are Cody's Voice page. So.
So he doesn't care where Cody's at. You said
What he said was that he was like, we got justice, but we will never get closure
right,
because we will never find Cory Bigsby.
exactly.
So, and that's when they were like, well, if he gives up where the body's at, will you agree to a lesser sentence?
And then he didn't say nothing. And then he said, "Does that answer your question?" And then he said, "No."
Correct.
Okay. I couldn't barely hear what they asked. Okay.
Yeah. It's because, SP, my theory, what he did was when he put in that confession letter, I put him in the trash can, then I realized it was a trash can, so I pulled him out. Okay? Me personally, just my opinion, I don't think that he ever pulled that baby out. And I believe this is why Antoine Bell says we will never find him, because he is in a landfill. You can go to a landfill 3 years later and try to find something.
Right.
But
And he's in a landfill, and it's not in Virginia.
No. It is not in Virginia.
Yeah, even if it was in Virginia, I think they burn their stuff, don't they?
Well, we have like these landfills, and we have one that's called Mount Trashmore. But what's happened is they did something to it, and it's like a big, huge park. But underneath all this grass and stuff like that, it was actually trash. It was a landfill.
Mm-hmm.
But we do have another one that is in Chesapeake, Virginia, that people take their stuff to, and the dump. The trash trucks take the trash to.
Right.
So, but Cody's not in Virginia. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's in Virginia, but he's not in the state of like Hampton or Chesapeake or Newport News, anything like that. I believe Cody is. I think he's in DC somewhere.
In DC.
I do. I think he's at their landfill, wherever their trash goes. I believe that's where he's at, because he put him in that dumpster at FedEx Field, which is the Washington Redskins field, or the Washington Commanders, or whatever they are now.
Oh, okay.
And that's just my opinion. When he said that we would never ever find Cody. I mean, we're looking up mile markers and everything because he gives an address.
Yeah.
And we're like, well, what if that is a mile marker? Like the number part. What if it's a mile marker? So we were sitting looking at the mile markers to see where it would be close to the Washington Redskins field. Well, now what they've done is they've built apartments on top of that area where that mile marker's at.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we tried everything, but I mean, we're never gonna find him.
Well, I wouldn't say never. Because if he's in the landfill, we won't. But
Mm.
if he put that child somewhere else, then one day it we
It was, I mean, come Earth, because like, I don't know if you remember, Water Team Inc. that
yeah,
was doing heavily searches for Tony.
what's his name, John Tom or
Joe,
something.
Joe Slavitsky.
Joe, yeah, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he said that he goes, it's only a matter of time that what you bury will unearth. He was like, it may take years, but it will unearth. If they're not in a grave. I'm talking about, like, in a casket and in a vault and things like that.
But if the child is, I mean, but if the person is in the trash or incinerated, that's it.
Oh, yeah, that's it. That's it. I mean, if he just buried him in the woods somewhere,
Yeah.
then maybe, but then the animals could have got to him, and he could be scattered all over the place. And I hate to even bring that up because it disgusts me, but they had several searches, out there,
Right.
and they couldn't find anything, not even a piece of the blanket, not even his bicycle, nothing.
Right. I don't think
So,
he's ever going to tell where the child is because
everybody does.
that,
I really do.
he just
I,
not. He's
I,
now he's got nothing to lose to tell us because he's going to do the time.
hmm But he's not gonna want to admit to that,
Yeah.
because he's still claiming his innocence. He didn't do it.
But I'm going to tell you something. With him losing his mind in there because not everybody can be in a mental in jail because things are happening to you. Even when you're not in jail, you could be in a nursing home or something. I see things I've never seen before. I've seen things. And here's the thing, and then you got the hollering and the yelling and the screaming, and then the nastiness. Just everything you touch has always got to be wiped down. It's never clean enough, and Cory is not used to that. And then like you said, they come on the intercom. Now,
hmm
I wouldn't put it past the people for playing something in his cell, and that's why he says what he says. It doesn't make sense, but
Right.
but you know he could be schizophrenic.
Yeah. Well, I believe personally, and I don't mean to laugh about it because it's not a funny situation, but I believe the guy that was in the cell next to him was messing with him. Like, do you hear it? Do you hear it, man? Because you can hear him saying this. You hear it? And that's when he says, I'm hearing voices. I got antennas coming out of my head. Because the dude next to him was like, hey, man, you hear it?
Because when he was at the other place, but remember he said he played like that so he can go to the other place where they can eat and shower and
Yeah.
you know.
Have a little bit of freedom. I mean, when I seen that, him walking around with that T-shirt wrapped around his head like that, I was like, unloosen the knot. You got it tied a little bit too tight, bro. Unloosen the knot.
Exactly.
It won't be hurting and having antennas coming out of it. And that's the first thing that popped in my head, and I laughed about it, and then I was like, Nancy, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe the man was suffering a little bit.
Well, we just don't. We know, like, if the child walked away, which we know the child did not walk away from the house, but had a child walk away from the house, there would be something. There would have been something like a shoe print or whatever, because it was kind of snowing, a little damp. They would have found something.
Right.
So we know that he lied, and when you lie, you covering up and you're hiding something. Then
Another lie.
the dogs couldn't get Cody's scent on the pillowcase that he gave them, but they did detect uh, um, decomposition in the house. That means that baby was dead at that house, And the thing that got me is when the confession letters, the things that he put in the confession letters, I could never say that stuff about my kids. Even if I did it, I could never say it. I know things about my kids I will never say because it's just unbelievable. One of them talked the other one to eat something they wasn't supposed to eat. They ate some oil or ate some poop or something. Kids do play little games and tricks like that and stuff. I just would never say it because, we'll talk amongst each other or something. But to say I hit him and I did this and I did that. Did he say something about he pooped on him, didn't he?
Yes, he said that he beat him, so he went into cardiac arrest. He went outside, he prayed to God that his son would come back. He went back in the house and he was still deceased. He picked him up, took him upstairs, and put him in the bathtub, thinking that would bring him back. Well, he was taking a poo, and supposedly he wiped poo on Cody. I guess get rid of the scent.
See, that tells me that this man has some major mental problems going on, and that's just what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he probably did do all of that.
Right, because me personally, I've never heard of wiping feces on. Well, yes, I have, because that guy that broke out of jail in Pennsylvania, he would wipe feces on himself so the cadaver dogs couldn't get a scent.
Oh, people do it all the time, girl. I walk in somebody's room and they got poop all over the place. They done played in it. It's around their mouth and everything, and you be sitting there like, "What? You're playing in your doo doo," and they be like, "I don't know." And you be like, and you gotta clean them up, and they moving and wanting to touch you and grab a hold and scared to stand up, and now you got doo doo on your arm and on. It's and but one thing I've learned about these people, and because I've been working with them for the last 2 years now, that 90% of the things that they out of it in the mind, but they still can understand some things. Like if you're pushing somebody and they don't want, they'll tell you, "Don't be pushing me." See, but then they're not talking in their right mind. So sometimes people will say, "Oh, they knew how to drive home. Oh, they knew this," or they know how to lie. They know how to get attention, and so the mind is sometimes like they can function, but still they don't know.
Well, 3 days before my mom passed, she had a doctor's appointment, and I was like, "Mom," I was like, "you got to let me know about these things, before the day of, so that way I can get off of work." I was like, "But I'll take you to the doctor's appointment." And she was like, "Oh, the eight's with it, Nancy. I'll drive myself." And I'm like, "Oh, the eight's you will." Because she was having lack of oxygen to her brain because of her, she died from, Lord, what was it? Congestive heart failure. Because she had 3 microclips put on one valve.
Mm-hmm.
And the fluid was just constantly backing up, and she couldn't breathe, and they were like, the reason why she was talking out of her head was because she was having lack of oxygen to her brain.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, wow. You know, and I was like, not arguing with her, but, you know, just was like, Mom, you got to tell me these things beforehand so I can make plans to get off of work.
Right.
You know, and that's when she got...
Did she pass away?
Yeah, she, this was like a
What?
Tuesday, and then the following Monday, we had to put her in the hospital, because we thought she had pneumonia. And she was talking out of her head. We had pictures of my brother and sister, which had passed. And she was like that my brother looked at her and was like, all right, Mom, you know, it's time for you to come on home. And my mom looked at me. She's like, you hear your brother? And I was like, what? She's like, did you hear David? And I was like, Mom, what are you talking about? He just said it was time for me to go home. I'm like, Mama, David don't need you. We do. So we put her in the hospital on Monday. By 2:30 in the morning on early Wednesday morning, she was completely on full mass oxygen, and we were just up there Tuesday talking to her, and she was setting up, talking to us. She was fine. 2:30 in the morning, my nephew called and was like, "Y'all need to get up here right now."
Yeah.
You know. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Your story sounds like my mom's story. It sounds almost similar. I mean, very similar. Like,
it was devastating, SB. I completely lost my mind.
Yeah.
I lost my mind when my mom passed. I went after my nephew with a butcher knife
yeah,
the night she died, because he told me he wished I'd go get up on a roof and jump off. I'm like, no, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. And I went in the house and grabbed the butcher knife and chased his butt down the driveway.
wow,
And, yeah, I lost my mind.
yeah,
Because my mom was my everything. My everything. She's all I had.
yeah,
You know, I got my kids, my grandkids, but it's nothing like your mom, you know?
yeah,
And still, you know, it's been 8 months, you know, and still, I'm having a really hard time.
yeah,
Really fun with it. So,
yeah,
I go to her grave every Monday and Thursday. So,
yeah,
and just sit and talk. You know, people drive by, I know they think I'm crazy, but
yeah,
I'm going to talk to her, you know, so at least I got a place to go visit.
yeah.
So, but poor Cody. I mean, I don't know. I'm praying. I pray. But I don't think my prayer is going to be answered.
Oh, okay. I don't know why not.
I don't know.
What you praying for, to know where he's at?
Yeah, for Cory to tell us where he placed his body.
Well, yeah,
You know, just to see if there is a chance of getting something. You know, I mean, but if he's in a landfill, that's a no-go.
yeah. I say, woke the God says she doesn't believe that he's in a landfill. She says, let me see. She said, I do not think that the baby is in a landfill. I believe that he buried that baby in an undisclosed location. But if he has no incentive then of them lowering time, he's not going to cooperate. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I said, I didn't know that he said no to that, but I just felt like when Antoine gave his speech, he was just so gloating. Like, it just really wasn't about the baby. It was about he won. The world see him. He won, and that's good because we wanted him to win. You know.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can't have it both ways, but
Correct.
you know, like,
I think Antoine, now, like I say, my opinion, I think Antoine Bell fought so hard to get a conviction, you know, knowing everything that happened to Cody and the boys, you know, that Cory's lied so much that what if he does tell us, well, this is where Cody's at, and it's not. It's another lie.
Yeah.
So I believe that's why he says, no, I will not agree to lesser time. I will go for the max.
Well, didn't they ask him to tell and they would lower the sentence or something at first?
I don't know. I didn't. I don't know. I don't want to say they did, and
They didn't give him no plea bargain or something.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I don't know, honestly, SB. I mean, I can't say, because I didn't hear anything. I mean, maybe they did, I mean, but I don't know.
Well, Tina called her Medina. Matheny Willard, that's her name, the attorney. I believe she's got a chip on her shoulder, and I don't know what made her think that she has it. So, like, she was so good. I mean, I don't know. I guess you gotta believe in yourself.
But did you see the day that he was found guilty? She would not even interview. She just stood off to the side because everybody was behind Dudu Brown, and the family.
Right.
And she just stood off, and the reporters went over to try to talk to her, and she wouldn't talk to them.
She just said no.
Yeah.
And then they went to other people, and she just stood there and just looked.
Yep, and then Antoine Bell came out, and when Antoine Bell came out, we all turned around from Dudu Brown and the family and started running after Anton Bell. Telling him, thank you, we love you. We're running down the darn street. I'm like, what in the world?
Yeah, we seen you crying.
Girl, I was. I had goosebumps. I mean, it was. I think that was the best day of my life.
But what you call them? She asked you about that bench.
Huh?
When you was in front of the camera.
Oh, Rhoda.
Yeah.
Yeah, asked me about the bench. And I was like, well, I mean, if Mom says go, it's a go.
Yeah.
So let's do it. But she don't talk to me like that, so.
Well, did the mom ever get some money together?
Evidently.
You sent some money.
No, I didn't send her no money. I told her what I would do was, once I got my situation settled with my car and everything, that the $330 that I took from the motorcycle ride, that I would give that to her, because I took what I put in. So, and that's what I told her. So, and I will do that. I'm not gonna keep it from her. I mean, if I told her, I was like, if we would have known how to get you that money would have went to you instead of going to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children.
Yeah.
But nobody could get in contact with you. She goes, well, I emailed you. And I was like, well, I went through all my emails. I went through all my messages, and I don't see anything from you. Unless you use a name that I have no idea what it is, I probably deleted it.
Sometimes I be thinking I want to feel sorry for the mom because she the child is not here, but I just don't have that feeling. I just don't. So I just don't really speak on her, because it's not.
I'm looking forward to hearing the impact statement.
She not gonna say nothing.
I don't know.
She not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna tell you why she's not gonna say nothing. because I've always believed this, but I've always believed that she already knew or she had something to do with it, right?
Mhm.
So he doesn't like for nobody to say anything about Dana, whatever her name is,
Right.
Dana.
Mhm.
And she really has not said nothing negative about him.
Mhm.
That that right there is a red flag for me. Cause I don't care who you are. You could be my kid's father. I can care less. I can love you. But you hurt my kids,
Mm.
if you hurt my kid, you can be my mama and I will cuss you out.
Mm.
I don't
There
care
you go.
who you are. And
Yep.
I know everybody's not like that, but there's no way in the world that the world will know that I have a lot of anger in my heart.
Oh, I'd be in the jail cell next to him.
So I
Hurt my kids, hurt my grandkid. I will be in the jail cell next to you.
right.
Yes. I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, they're innocent babies. They didn't do nothing. And I want to know what this baby did that was so wrong. Because he was a mama's boy? Oh, speaking of, today is the twins' birthday.
Today is the twins' birthday.
Yeah,
Happy birthday.
yeah, today's their birthday.
And I guarantee you, in time, we won't know about it, but I guarantee you, somehow, some way, it'll slip in time. He'll be having, if he's not already,
The conversation.
conversating with the mama. You know?
I thought you were going to say with another jailer.
Mm-mm. Conversating with the mama. You
Mm,
know?
yeah, I don't
Something
know.
not right about all of that. And it just makes me think. Yeah, it just makes me think. You know?
Yeah,
But
I don't.
I mean, even though we don't know, and it's all allegedly. That's just my opinion, and
Mhm.
so
Yeah, right.
because just how everything played out, I'm like, mm-mm. Yeah.
I mean, I went and seen them, and we went to, what is that place in Alexandria? The harbor, the National Harbor. And I met the twins, and I met DJ. So
Hmm.
that that was that was nice.
That kid, DJ's gonna be messed up for the rest of his life.
Yeah, that's what he's in extensive therapy. I mean, it's sad.
And and she like she needs therapy. The state gonna pay for that therapy.
Yeah.
She ain't gonna pay for it, but I mean, she ain't never really had to take care of all these kids that she done got. So it's just a matter of time, girl. If them kids ain't already back in custody of the state, yeah,
No, I don't think so. I've seen
or with
pictures.
another family member, but I guarantee, some people they if they didn't learn something, then guess what? They, I mean, this is why this situation repeated itself. They need to get her some help. Hmm.
And we all need. I know I need some help in her case.
Yep, I need some help too.
Girl, it had me so twisted, turned. I mean, whew, losing my mind.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I
well, I
just,
want to call and apologize. Tell you I did
girl,
wrong.
you thought you was right. You just thought you was right.
I did. I did.
You was like, she don't know what she talking about. Like, they gonna find out. I be like, girl, please. We be watching too much of this
Mm,
stuff going on, and we follow the cases, so it just didn't add up. It just didn't make sense. And I'm like, Nancy, that's it. He's got to have a trial. What are you talking about? They can't do all of that in one day.
what in the world, girl? All I seen was hearing. I didn't read the whole thing. I seen hearing. And then I was like, I looked at it today. I was like, oh, that's a status hearing. So let me
Girl, you was mad. You're like, I'm not calling back in no more. I'll be like, well, if you're going to give us information like that, then I might be best because that doesn't make sense, Nancy.
No, that wasn't. I've been working late all week, so and that's why I said, I'm here. I made it.
But you know what? We going to get through this weekend, and then we only got Monday and Tuesday. We gonna go through Monday. We're gonna get all excited. We just waiting, and it's sad because it's almost like a witch hunt because we're waiting to see someone fall or fail. Well, it's not. They done already fall and fail, and we're just wanting, but we just want the baby. I mean, like
we are on sentence watch.
sentence watch. Exactly.
Yes, but me during the trial. Court didn't open until 9, or the doors didn't open until 8:39, something like that. My behind was right there at 7:30 every day. Got my parking spot right up front. Nancy will be there at 10 o'clock.
Yep.
I sure will. I will make sure I get my seat.
All right, Miss Nancy.
So, and I will call you guys as soon as sentencing comes in, and then whatever they come up with on the status hearing. But make sure you got your channel on either channel 10, 3, or 13.
Right.
So because it will quote the guy. Yep, Cory did say in Maryland.
He did.
And that's where FedEx Field is in Maryland.
That's where his sister lives.
Yeah. Capitol Heights, Maryland.
Yep.
What the hooks?
We'll see what happens. We will see. Is it D.C.? Why do they say D.C. if it's Maryland?
I don't know. She works D.C.
I don't get it.
It's like maybe 15 minutes from D.C. So maybe it's like the surrounding area of D.C. I'm not sure. But no, it is definitely Maryland. Because their tags are Maryland. On their cars. It's not Washington, it's Maryland. So we know them tags, girl, because she about hit my car. She parked so close to me.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
Tatilani or Titiani, whatever she said her name was, she said she ain't never lied. She was like, I said what I said and I ain't lied.
Yeah, right.
And he done already said she lied.
That's what I said. Her own brother said.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying he gonna protect everybody, and he acting, but they know what happened to that baby.
Yeah, they know. Of course they know.
They know.
But I'm gonna go grab me something to eat. So I will be you coming on Monday, or are you gonna wait? Or?
Yeah, I am gonna come on Monday. I'm gonna come on Monday, and I gotta work Monday, but I'll come on Monday for a little bit.
Okay.
Of course, I'm coming on Monday. That's gonna be exciting. Monday's gonna be very exciting because
hour countdown, not day countdown.
yeah, then it'd be like 24 hours, and it'd be like, okay, y'all, we gonna wait. And Tuesday is gonna be a good day because I'm coming on Tuesday. I may not come on Wednesday because that's Juneteenth Day. And so yeah.
Yeah, so like I say, court is at 11 Eastern time. So
no, that's for that. The sentence gonna be early.
No, sentencing is at 11 o'clock. It's at 11 o'clock.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to look on Monday. Let me check it out on Monday because I know they set it for 11 o'clock. Because I got that on I put that on my calendar on March 12th.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I'll check again on Monday.
All right.
And make sure anyway, I'm gonna be there early,
All
and
right.
I'll go live.
You say that, and then you get it. You get there, and what you do is you come out crying, and everybody's interviewing you, and we don't hear from you until 4, 5 o'clock that afternoon. Like, girl, shut up. We already heard it and seen it.
Right, shut up, Nancy. With that old girl.
That's my watch going off. What? That's crazy.
All right, everybody. Well, y'all have a great weekend, and I will talk to you guys on Monday.
All righty.
All right, now.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Okay, you guys. I'm getting a little hungry, so thank you again, Miss Nancy, for calling in. Soldier Girl said thank you, thank you, thank you. Soldier Girl's in the building. You guys, I can't wait. I really just want the whole weekend. I'm gonna work tonight. My mind's gonna be on one thing. I don't know why my I was wondering why my computer was not charging. It was not plugged in. Oh God. Hopefully it'll charge everything. Golly. Anyway, you guys be good, be great. And you gotta be nice to everybody, alright? I'm gonna check something out real quick. I'm gonna check something out before I get off of here. I'm gonna check it out before we go. I'm gonna go see if I can find it. Let me see here. Let me see. Let me see what I can see real quick. So, oh, it didn't pop up. Oh, it's doing something. It's doing something. It's doing something. Something, something, something. Hmm. 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 Hmm.
Is Cory Bigsby's
Hmm. 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 That's kind of crazy. Hmm. Okay. Oh, I guess I can't find it. Oh, I can't find it, you guys. I was looking at something, but something popped up, and I guess I'll go check a look at it. I'll see you guys Monday, okay?